Hey, what's up YouTube? Boy here. This video is going to be completely different, like, completely, I'm not used to doing post commentary stuff like this. So here I'm doing, the Tatar Tales, excuse me. A particular author. What you see in this clip was me heading up to, Catherine, like, some time ago, like, back in mid-February, late February, early March, somewhere around that time. So that's the start of this. And I do apologize that it took me this long to get around to it. So this next series of clips were recorded a few days ago as of this post commentary. And what you see here is me talking to Sumida, which is someone that I needed to talk to in order to get this quest going. And here in a bit, you'll see me start running around, going through the quest, fumbling about like a buffoon half the time, and just trying to use my brain to figure out some of the puzzles that will be coming up here later in the video. Unfortunately, given how big this quest is, I had to split this up into two parts, so this is going to be part 1, part 2 will be coming up sometime in the future, hopefully in the next couple days or so as of this video going live. So here you see me talking to Sumida, reading through all the text. If you want to just skip ahead through all of this, I got no problem with that. But if you want to watch the whole thing from beginning to end, that's okay too. There was some media that I ended up not recording because, you know, my brain just went on the fritz for a little bit. So I'll mention that at some point in the video. Somewhere near the end, maybe. So, yeah. This is a particular author. It's very involved. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff that you got to do in order to get through this quest. And I found out that there's actually more to Tsurumi Island. The big foggy island that you see at the very bottom of the map. There's actually more to it than that. So, I may end up doing that quest in its own special episodes, maybe like 2 parts, 3 parts. I don't know how long it's going to be. But yeah, this is the post commentary. You'll hear me pop in every now and then, just going through the quest. So, there you go. So, normally, when you come to this island and you get to this point, by the time you get to that gate, if you haven't started up on this quest, the fog will just get really, really thick and you won't be able to progress any further inland. And you won't be able to do that until you start going along this quest. So, for those of you who have not done this quest before, I just wanted to let you know that. So that's the fog clearing, and now we can go further inland. So here you see me checking out the map. I'm honestly kind of glad that they didn't lock the Golden Wolf lore behind the fog, because that would have been annoying and I wouldn't be able to get Yunjin up to where I have her right now. So we gotta talk to this kid again. And I'll put in more details later on in the video. Now, this part here is just, they're just explaining about how the Thunderbird has landed on these perches and just settled on top of them during these ceremonies. I'm guessing they're talking about the Thunder Manifestation. I'm not entirely sure. But when they say Thunderbird, there's only one Thunder Elemental creature with wings that I can think of, and I'm thinking the Thunder Manifestation, which is a boss that you can fight on Seirai Island. Or was it Seirai or Seirai Island? I can't remember. Anyways, what they're explaining is they're explaining that you need to touch these perches, and then feathers will start spawning out, and they'll spread out in different directions, and you gotta go and find them, touch them, and bring them back to the perch, and then you can touch the perch. This first one is just a short little demonstration of how that works. So here you see me reading over through it. Just trying to, get the basic understanding of it, seeing how it functions. A lot of stuff went in, a lot of work, as you can tell, went into this quest when they were designing it. So those are the feathers that I was talking about. The ones that you gotta find and collect. So here I'm gonna touch the perch. And honestly, this animation looks kinda sick. So now we gotta go find them. And I made the doofy move here by splitting this clip and showing it on the next part. Not realizing that those feathers were not that far away. You can see one in the back there. Also, I realize that I do talk kind of fast. I do apologize. I'm trying to work on that. So, if I end up going through anything too quickly, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm trying to work on my speed of speech, or rate of speech, how fast I talk. I'm not exactly sure how to explain it. But yeah, I do apologize for that. So, we've collected the feathers, and wow. Gotta say, that looked pretty cool. And by doing that, we clear out the fog in that area. We gotta do this 3 more times. So here I'm doing the first tree. This one's not too bad, but we gotta fight some Rift Hounds in order to get through it. Honestly, these Rift Hounds kind of annoying, though not too bad if you know how to manage them properly. Like you see here, I'm using Kuching, Yanfei, and Ganyu to deal with these. And also Barbara, because that rot thing, that decay thing, can't remember what it's called. Very frustrating, especially if you're low AR. And here's the second tree that we gotta do. That's silly right there. That's actually part of this mission that we gotta do. It's part of a puzzle that we gotta open up in order to complete this section. I kind of guessed it when I saw it walking into this area. So here in a second you'll see me speed up that whole process of me finding all the sealies and opening up the water below. So once again, here's that animation. Very cool animation, by the way. And here we go with the speed up. And after completing all of that, we come across this puzzle because we gotta chase that feather, which goes into here, and we gotta deal with these little constructs. So, unfortunately, I wasn't able to save the recording of me solving this puzzle and putting it into this compilation, which is kind of annoying. So, if you're wondering why there's a weird cut here, that's why. So here after the cutaway, you'll see that the puzzle is already done. So, here you see that cutaway. The puzzle is completed, and the next one is, a little bit more robust, a little bit more complicated, and this kind of takes a while to get through.
Next on the agenda.
So after that little cutaway, I'm looking at this. I had already done a little Sealy puzzle to open a door behind me. Or somewhere else, I can't remember. And I'm looking at this puzzle and I'm thinking, after analyzing it for a second, I'm thinking, okay, this is a wiring puzzle, so this is actually doable. And I actually used to have a wiring job as an apprentice electrician. It was pretty fun. So here I'm analyzing, I'm looking down at the bottom there, and I'm thinking, okay, that doesn't need a relay stone because this is connected up to here, and the one further down is connected to the one on the other side. So I come to find myself thinking, how am I going to solve this with only 3 relay stones? So here I'm thinking, maybe I need to put this one up in the air, and I'm thinking to myself, after seeing that it doesn't work, I'm like, nah, that's not gonna work. And I tried putting 2 relay stones in this spot at the same time to try to get it to work, but then I thought, no, that doesn't work either, because I'm left with 1 relay, because I need that relay stone down here in order to power the one up there. And I'm just double checking here myself, just confirming to myself that this one is connected to the one on that side. And you can see me using my brain and using my logic to figure this one out. And I'm thinking, okay, that one down there connects to this one. So what I need to do is go back and get those other 2 relay stones. And I was fuddling around a little bit, fumbling about, and I'm thinking, maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. So I collect these 2 relay stones. And I decided to go over to this one here, because this one's a little bit easier and a little bit more straightforward to deal with. Just set the relay stone here, boom, connected. So then I go back over to this one, and I'm thinking, okay, this one's a little bit tricky. Maybe it's a positioning thing? I place it here, nope, not close enough. So I place it a little bit further, and yes, that works. I had a little bit of a pop-off there when I finally got it. Hang on a second. Yeah. I got someone working on my house right now, so if you hear something in the background, that's them. So I open up this switch, open the door, get the feather, and then we can move on to the last tree. Here we go. So, after looking at my timing, I was thinking that I had to cut the video here, but then I realized after editing the second part, wait a minute, I can just slap the second part here after this. So, I'll catch you after I do that. So once I completed this part, like, it was kind of late at night and I was starting to get a little bit tired. So, after I finished up this part of the quest, I decided to call it there for the night and go to bed. So, it's the next day, I'm rested up, and after completing my daily grind, you know, doing my commissions, and doing some domain runs and stuff like that, I decided to finish up this quest. I had about 20 to 30 minutes of boring content that I had absolutely nothing to do with this quest whatsoever. You'll see where I cut it out. This is the third and final tree. This one didn't take nearly as long as the last one, so I'm kind of happy that's the case. So as you saw there, I decided to do some weird cuts because I had done some stuff on the side that had nothing to do with the quest whatsoever. So this next cut will be me going back to that area. And when I got to this point, I'm thinking, whoa, wait a minute. Where'd everybody go? Kind of like what Paimon here says. And now we're back to, Kana? Kinda hard to read. With the screen being so small during this, post-recording. Kama, that was it. I had to look this up. So he's gonna take us back to Rito. And here we are, finally finishing up this quest after about 3 hours of recording, I think, in total. And I ended up cutting out about 2 of those hours because they had nothing to do with the quest whatsoever. Plus a couple of speed ups along the way. And then, after all of that, it is finally time to put this quest to bed. Thank you all for watching this video. I know it was different. If you'd like to see another video like this in the future, just click the like button to let me know. So thank you all for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay lovely, my friends.